Thank you so much for your time today, Mark. Really do appreciate it. It's such an honor to talk with you. You and the cast are doing such amazing things in Dutton Ranch right now.
Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate you chatting with us.
Oh, the honor is mine, believe you me. And I'd like to start today by getting to know a little bit about what it was that called to you when it comes to the overall project of Dutton Ranch.
I mean, I think the at the heart of the matter, it's like a childhood dream of mine. I wanted to be a. There was a point in my life where I wanted to be a rodeo cowboy, and I still love I've always loved riding and roping, and I have cattle of my own now, and
Oh,
so it was kind of just a mesh of my childhood and what I love to do now.
oh, that's so amazing. That really is. It's almost like you're going to work and then going home and just immersing yourself in that world. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And obviously, though, your character Zachariah is just so unique, so amazing too when it comes to what he's trying to accomplish in life. What was it about the character that called to you as well?
Um, well, uh, I've never liked playing a character that doesn't have any secrets and doesn't have any pain. So I didn't fully find out why he was in prison until after I got the job, but I knew that there was probably some work to play around with what he had gone to prison for, and then when I found out, I was like, I don't need to know anything else. I think that tells me everything I need to know, because we're going to see Zach from here on, and we'll see what he what he takes to and what he doesn't.
I love that. I really do. And actually, I do want to talk a lot about the nuances of the performance because there are some moments. I mean, gosh, episode three, when we learn exactly what happened, is just so compelling and so moving from what you do from a camera standpoint. And I'm curious, it's kind of maybe it's a maybe call it a two-part question, but I want to start with how you kind of found once you knew what he was about, what his past was. How did you find that very tortured essence? Because that is somebody we can tell from when he walks out of that cell, he is just he's hurting.
Um, well, not, in order to not get too into the weeds, finding it was finding um, one of the most important people in my life, and what could be. So, I think the that I mean, just knowing what that relationship meant to me, um, that was kind of that was all I needed to know, as far as finding that the broken man that's inside of him.
Actually, that's perfect. I think that's a perfect way to leave that. We won't dig any deeper there because of how important that is to you. So that definitely explores it and answers the question to a T. And I thank you for your candor on that. Um, this is obviously also just a massive franchise in general that you're now a part of, and obviously folks are already resonating with Dutton Ranch as it is. Why do you think this particular story, and even just this franchise as a whole, why does it resonate so well with people in your opinion?
Well, I think number one, I think people love to root for a great couple.
Hmm.
Uh, and, you know, Rip and Beth are they're easy you want to root for them because, they're both unapologetic and, um, tough, and then incredibly vulnerable with each other. I think that's uh, one thing. But there's also something about, for me at least, there's something about the small town. Um, I think that there's, whether we, I live in Brooklyn now, and I
Hmm.
feel like you're always trying to find that small community within a community. And I think when you see these people from this small town that is a small community, um, I feel like people just they find something so familiar with it, and
Yeah.
then you elevate the situation and the story with, you know, something happening here and something happening there. And I don't know. I think people love. Uh, Obviously, people do love to gossip, but I feel like it's like you're getting the inside scoop on some little town that you don't have to be responsible for.
That's a good point. Yeah, definitely that drama we don't have to answer to. So that's definitely always a good relief there too. And I think one thing that I've enjoyed about it too is that it's such a unique. I guess we can call it a western in that respect. It's just a unique story about second chances and redemption and all those wonderful things too. And just I guess when life also just kind of, well, when it gives it to you, it gives it to you. But I'm kind of curious for you. I think there's a lot we can take away from what we've already seen just the first four episodes, and I'm sure we will as the season goes along too. What do you kind of hope audiences take away from this story about second chances?
I mean, it's funny. I was reading about that botched execution the other day,
Hmm.
and just made me start thinking about the death penalty. And I'm not getting political here, not, uh, but I think that, I guess when I was thinking about that, I was like, everybody at some point needs a second chance. Um, and there's and everybody will experience redemption in one way or another. Um, and I think it's, I guess the one thing that I hope, when I watch a show that has that undercurrent in it, um, it's good to just see it. It's good to see people who um, who get a second chance and do take whatever they've done and they make better on it, and because of they learn from the mistake, and then um, come out. And then you've got hopefully, like with Zach, it's like he made a really bad decision 16 years ago, and I feel like, I think Zach is going to live the rest of his life um, trying to find his way of redemption somehow. I don't know if he ever wants to escape that,
Yeah, that's kind of fair. Yeah,
but
like it's a burden he needs to kind of carry and always be reminded of it. I get
yeah.
it. It makes total sense. No, I like that. That's some amazing insights on second chances for sure. Um, Obviously, we still got to talk about the fact that we got a lot of road left for everybody to travel this season. We don't want to spoil anything, but what are you most excited for audiences to experience as the season continues on?
Um, I guess I'm excited for us to get into it with 10 pedal, and
Yeah.
see what happens once the Cowboys come together, and um, where that's leading, and who's, it's kind of like weeding, picking out the bad eggs, and like trying to figure out what steps need to be taken in order to right the ship.
I love that. That's going to be exciting for sure because, yeah, that tension is definitely building. That's for certain. Last question I have for you today. What are you most proud of when it comes to what you've accomplished so far in season one as an actor?
Um, I think that um, my relationship with Azul is probably I met JR during we tested together, and for whatever reason, like I didn't get his number. I got a lot of other guys' numbers from that test, but I didn't get JR's. And when we finally got on the job and we found out what our relationship was, and then we just like when we hung out, we all like it was like I felt like I'd known him for 20 years, and that really solidified like our relationship. Like JR and I had an absolute blast shooting together, and I hope, and I feel like it has so far. I feel like that relationship has. I'm really proud of like what JR and I were able to do together, and the just the backstory that we talked about, and I feel like it's come together nicely with him. So yeah.
That's awesome. No, that really is. It's so cool that you got to make that relationship, and it does come on screen. Everybody really does mesh pretty well. Actually, not pretty well. Meshes perfectly together on screen. You guys are just a real great ensemble. So, well, that is all the time we have for today. All the questions I have for today. Mark, thank you again so much for your
All
time.
right. Thanks, John.
Thank you. Thank you.